Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for all signs for Wednesday, the 20th of May, 2021. I hope you're doing well. I've got private readings available from my website. I do them within 24 hours of you ordering them, so there's limited availability on there. If it says sold out when you try and book in, just check back in a few hours later, a day later, 2 days later, whatever. You'll find some availability opening up. I do make some available pretty much every day, but small amounts. I don't have much time because I'm busy making videos and taking care of myself. So, what else? I've got a live show 3 days a week called Psychic Cafe. Would love to see you in there. Right, so what energies do we all have today? Sentinel. This is the card of protection. You're being protected, of course, by your higher self. You need to protect yourself too, so you need to have your boundaries. You need to be able to make clear decisions and stand up for yourself and advocate for yourself and say no and all of those things. So, element of both things there. The universe can only protect you to some point. You need to learn how to protect yourself, actually, with your words and with your actions and all of that. Defend yourself, protect yourself, so that the universe can trust you. Otherwise, the universe is just going to have to protect you from everybody. Like, you're going to have to hide away from everyone if you can't trust yourself to protect yourself. Vulnerability. So if you're like this, or like, oh, poor me, I can't protect myself, you're not going to have a very good life. You're going to be vulnerable, you know? You need to learn, empower yourself, learn how to be empowered. This little kitty hasn't had the easiest time. Meet Shadow. You might see him peeking out of a dark alley or quickly slipping out of sight in an abandoned building. What he really needs is some love and nurturing. Don't you just want to take him home and cuddle him? Well, that's what he wants too, though he may not show it at first. Shadow is the part of us that's ever been afraid, defensive, lonely, hurt, or angry. These are deepest vulnerabilities. There's the place inside that needs more love, more than anything. And you are the one to give that love. Look at those eyes, you know you want to. So you need to give yourself some love here, especially if you're feeling in that victim consciousness. Things happen to us, yeah, but we can learn how to defend ourselves and stand up for ourselves. And not be a victim of those kinds of people or those kinds of things again, because we can recognize it and we can learn ways of dealing with it, confronting it, standing up for ourselves, saying no, that kind of thing. So, call to stand in our empowerment today. Why? Because there's a new adventure to go on. So if you've been asking for change in your life, like a new adventure, something new, trying to manifest something, a new job or whatever, it could be, the universe is like, I've got this great new adventure for you, but you need to empower yourself first because I can't keep on protecting you and hiding you from everything. This is pretty much saying, if you're not empowered, the adventure that you're asking for, the manifestation you're asking for, is going to keep on hiding from you because you're hiding away from life with capital letters. Empowerment is so important, especially for women. Well, for everybody, but especially for women. Because I'm a woman and I know how important it is. I know how important it's been for my life. So important to learn. It's not enough to do psychic protection and hide away from everybody and be sensitive to everyone and just remain in that victim consciousness, afraid of everyone and having to protect yourself and all of this. Easily triggered, very sensitive, you know. You need to learn how to use your words and your actions to defend yourself, to empower yourself, to speak up for what you want, to go for things and all of that. That's very strong energy. And when you're in a victim consciousness, you don't want to do that. You just want to be nice to people and you want them to be nice to you. Well, not everyone is nice in this world, and we need to know how to deal with those people. How to be like, you don't mess with me kind of thing, energy. So, call to empowerment. Five of Pentacles, being left out. You see, I've already got all of this information through. Five of Pentacles, you feel like you're left out, but the universe is having to protect you from the thing that you want. It's going to happen because you're leaving yourself out in a way. If you're not empowering yourself, you're leaving yourself out. Wow. That came out fast. I've got the Nine of Swords, so a bit of a nightmare. Anxiety, anxious, feeling vulnerable. And also Ace of Wands, that's the adventure. and the moon, unsure about it. So a little bit scared. Maybe you have been learning to empower yourself and you're like, am I safe? Like, am I going to be able to put this into practice and say no? Can I actually stand up to these people? Can I protect myself? It's unknown, but you want to go on that new adventure. So is the adventure going to win out? Are you going to see if you are empowered enough to deal with it? Well, might as well give it a go. You don't know until you've practiced, right? So why have we got the Five of Pentacles here? Leaving yourself out. Don't leave yourself out anymore. Get there into life and claim what you want. The Muse of Voices, thinking about it. Nine of Materials, thinking about satisfying your own wishes here. The Nine of Materials is someone who's single that gets it done, you know? Sorting out the money, fulfilling their wishes, manifesting their dreams, living the best life. Leaving yourself out of living your best life because you're in protection, not in protection mode, in closed down mode. It's very different. So when you empower yourself, when you learn how to stand up for yourself in that Queen of Swords kind of an energy, you learn to say no, how to have boundaries, how to enforce those boundaries, and you're just cool about standing up for yourself like that and speaking out. Then you'll realize that you don't need to be hidden away all the time. You don't need to protect yourself from everyone, because you can trust yourself to protect yourself from those that you really need to protect yourself from, which isn't that many people really. And that means that you can be open-hearted, truly open-hearted with others. So you don't realize when you're in that victim mode how closed-hearted you're being, because you feel totally open, totally vulnerable. But you're not. You can only be that truly open-hearted when you can trust yourself to deal with the undesirables, or the undesirable aspects of life, or the undesirable parts of people. You know, it's not like just good people and bad people. There's toxic traits in everyone, right? You need to be able to confront that and deal with that and say no to that and say, hey, you, it's not okay for you to say that to me. Or when you did that, you hurt me. Or, hey, it's my turn. Don't go ahead of me. I've been waiting here for ages. You know, all of that kind of thing. It's not being aggressive. It's just standing up for yourself, and you need to do that. You need to empower yourself. The universe needs to trust you to do that as well, to bring the things in that you want. Psychic development is out with that. So you might have been getting repeated messages about this, that you need to empower yourself, boundaries. Have you been seeing memes about that all over the place? Do you keep on getting these messages that it's time to empower yourself now? You need to stand up for yourself. Pay attention. Nine of Swords. This is anxiety. It's a nightmare. You're feeling vulnerable. It's making you feel anxious. What is this about? Tell us why. Tell us why the Nine of Swords. The Queen of Voices. Because you feel like a total bitch when you're standing up for yourself. Well, yeah, there is that. You know, the Queen of Voices, she can be that, but it doesn't mean that you are that. Just because you're advocating for yourself doesn't mean you're a bitch. But some people will say that to you. There's some guys that if a woman stands up for herself, like suddenly you're bossy or you're a bitch. It's like, but if they do it, well, they're just being manly, you know? So, yeah, you can't conform to those stereotypes. You're not being a bitch, unless you are. But you're going to feel like that. As soon as you start empowering yourself, you start feeling like a bitch. But it's not true. Probably even nowhere near balanced when you start feeling like that. So you've got to feel cool about standing up for yourself as well. Ascension. It's part of your vibrational ascension. It's like raising your vibration, living life to the full. Like I said, the universe can't trust you until you're doing that, because it has to keep on scraping you up off the floor and protecting you. It can't trust you to do bigger things. It's like, oh, that's good. She's got herself now. She can take care of herself now. Now we can really work with her to co-create something with her. If you're in victim mode and having to be protected all the time, the universe can't. It's just so busy protecting you, and it will do that. It will. But it will also encourage you to empower yourself too. So why the Ace of Wands and the Moon? The Three of Emotions, which is kind of party energy, it's reconciliation energy, it's whatever it is, this adventure that you want to go on, the thing that you're trying to manifest. It's on the other side of empowerment. It's on the other side of empowerment. I need to write that down because that's particularly excellent. It's on the other side of empowerment. Long title, but it has to be that, I'm hearing. Ace of Wands, Moon, Three of Emotions. Tell us more about this. Sexual energy and growth. Oh, you're standing in your power. Yeah, when you become that. Oh, there's another one as well. New day. Sexual energy, growth. Wait. And new day. It's going to change everything. But yeah, I get the sexual energy with it, because when you're empowering yourself, yeah, you can exude your sexual energy there. You're not diminishing your energy. When you're in your power, you're out there, and there's nothing wrong with that. Even for women. Fancy that. And it's about time we stood up and claim that energy for ourselves. What's going on in our love lives today? What's going on in our love lives today? What's the energies for the collective in love today? This one is inching its way out. Honeymoon. Oh, nice. Delight. No, it wasn't Delight. It's Sentinel. Being protected. Honeymoon. Delight was yesterday, I think. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. I feel like once you've given you permission to feel like a bitch, even though you're not actually being a bitch, I've got a feeling that you're going to feel really good about yourself. It does feel really good when you're empowering yourself. Nothing is yet set in stone about this honeymoon. So for some of you, this is about you getting the power together to actually be in a good relationship, not a dysfunctional relationship. So when you're in victim mentality, you don't attract very good energy at all. You attract people that need a victim because they're not in very good energies themselves. They couldn't handle the Queen of Voices. They'll run a mile from her because, yeah, people that aren't in their power, they don't want you to be in your power too. They want to take power from you. They want to use and abuse you, that kind of thing. That kind of a person can spot someone in victim mentality from a mile off and they'll pick you. Not good. It's not good. Just careful with that. Spontaneity. Oh. You move beyond constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. There's that new again. Ace of Wands, new adventure. You're headed towards something, but there's a definite call to empowerment. Now, if you haven't been learning about empowerment, it's time to do that for yourself, for sure, so that you can have these adventures and you can have these good relationships that you want. Got talking here, interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives. So you could have someone coming in to your life here for this honeymoon, but nothing's set in stone. So it's a maybe. Someone might be coming to see it. Someone might be messaging you, calling you, saying, "Oh, I might come and visit." It's not set in stone yet. You could get excited about that. A spontaneous visit by someone. Well, not spontaneous because they're kind of preempting it, but that would be nice if it comes back, if it eventuates. Wind chimes, peace and harmony. Nice. Finding that peace and harmony within yourself. Advocating for yourself here. Okay, 3 more here. You got scissors, disappointment in some affair. Some people are going to disappoint you, yes. Don't let that person be you. Don't disappoint yourself. Clouds, temporary problems, they are going to blow over, but there's something for you to learn in these problems. Keep your life in balance here, so make sure that you're balanced. Dealings or relationship with a man with dark hair and a strange beard. Could be true for some of you. Let's get some more information about today. Got the maiden. It's setting out on a new journey, the maiden. The maiden is the one that gets pregnant and gives birth. You know, it's kind of an innocence about that new life, giving birth to something new in your life. And the mystic, something that you've known deep inside all along, that mystical part of you, the high priestess part of you that has always known that something is going to be in your future. Yeah, headed towards something. A new adventure in your life today. And empowerment is the key to that. So think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in here. I'll pick one of them out. The green means yes, go for it. The red means no, don't do it. Think of that question while I'm getting these cards out. So advice for today, some guidance for today. How best can we deal with these energies for today? Three of Swords. Don't break your own heart. If you're going to break someone's heart, break someone else's heart, not your heart. Be an advocate for your heart, for your own heart. Do what's best for you. That's going to make you feel best. Be selfish. It's about time for a lot of you. And you know, if I was to give that advice to somebody, they wouldn't be watching me. Somebody who's really, really selfish, like someone that's way out of balance that way. Of course, this advice isn't right for them. But as I said, they're not watching my channel. People that are watching my channel are the ones that are loving and giving, and they do the opposite. They take care of everyone else and they forget about themselves. This is saying, be selfish. Get yourself into balance. Scales, keep your life in balance. Get yourself into balance. And like I said, with this Queen of Voices, you're going to feel like a bitch. Before you're even in balance, you're going to feel like a bitch. When you're still over giving and giving more than you're getting back and not being selfish at all. If you take any step, when you've been totally selfless, when you take any kind of step toward being selfish, you're going to feel like so out of balance and you're not even in balance yet. So when you get to 50-50, it's going to feel great. Nine of Swords, conflict and anguish again. Yeah, that's that anxiety again. So you might feel anxious. You might feel like you're breaking people's hearts. Just make sure you're not breaking your own heart. Get yourself out of that anxiety. Do things differently. Think of your yes or no answer question now. And the answer is, pause if you're not ready. But the answer is, you need a drum roll. No. It's the ruby. It's a no. So, and there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support of my channel. Clicking like on this video, clicking that subscription button and the notification bell. I do these energy updates. I do weekly and monthly energy updates for each star sign. I do pick a card reads, usually 2 or 3 a week. And I also do that live show 3 times a week, Psychic Cafe. Would love to see you in there. Would love to have you as part of this amazing community that I'm building up here. And you're all very welcome. So have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.